I've just come in from a run and I'm wearing my Brisbane Broncos shirt, and just thought I'd ask a question. What's your style of leadership? So I wanted to give an example of two great leaders from a sport that I love, both with contrasting styles, but really at the top of the game. So the reason I'm wearing Broncos shirt is this weekend it was the grand final in Australia, which is the top of the competition, and Brisbane Broncos won it for the first time in 19 years. A new coach this year, a chap called Michael Maguire. He is possibly one of the most unhealthy but most successful coaches in the game. He's won championships in Wigan over here in the competition. He broke a 48-year drought, or 43 years I think it was actually, drought for South Sydney, which is the team that Russell Crowe owns down in Australia. And now again he's broken the drought for Brisbane Broncos after 19 years. So he clearly has a winning culture. He also coached the Kiwis to beat the Aussies, which is no mean feat. They absolutely destroyed them. He's won State of Origin as well. So he's clearly an elite coach, but he has a very intense style. And he almost has this culture. He sets a culture which is us against the world, everybody hates us kind of approach. And it's very intense, and you work incredibly hard, and you've got to buy into it, and you've really got to deliver against it. The coach on the other side, which was a chap called Craig Bellamy from the Melbourne Storm, which is a team I actually hold quite close to my heart, quite like them. They're not my team in Australia, but they are a team that I really supremely admire. He's possibly one of the most successful coaches of all time, if not the most successful coach of all time in rugby league. He got to his 11th grand final with Melbourne Storm, which is no mean feat. The culture there in that organisation, now he is a proper grumpy old git, and you will see him on telly throwing stuff around the coach's box, and you know, if you've done something wrong, you know about it with Craig Bellamy. Now, the interesting thing about the Melbourne Storm is they've had a few challenges. They're in a development team, so they were put into a part of Australia where there was no rugby league previously, but they've created this culture, and they are all about culture, and culture drives performance, as we all know. So the interesting thing here for Melbourne is, no matter who you are, no matter whether you are an 18-year-old coming through the development team, or if you are, let's say, the equivalent of David Beckham, for want of a reference, you go to that club, you have to go on deep cultural embedment, and they get you up. You have to go to work, basically. You have to understand what your roots are. So you will have to get up 4 o'clock in the morning, go to training for a couple of hours, go and work as a chippy on the roads, whatever, for a day session, and then go back to training. And they make you do that no matter who you are for a couple of weeks at the start of your contract. And that's kind of a testament of, are you going to fit into our system? Are you culturally the right person? Because I think we'd all take enthusiasm over talent anytime. That's clearly a goal. But two almost contrasting styles, but achieving the same sort of goals and output. Bellamy has had a longer impact over a longer time. He gets things out of players that other coaches can't get, but also he's very clearly a disciplinarian. So which are you? Which type of leader are you, and do you aspire to be? And if you're interested in leadership style, look these two guys up. So Michael Maguire and Craig Bellamy.